Hello YarnTubers, welcome back to Wonderlust Crochet with Dana and Benji. High five, buddy. And we're coming at you from the semi-truck again. Today I just want to sit and go through all the yarn and projects that I have here on the truck. So I am getting ready to take about 12 days off. I am going on a cruise, a 7-day Alaskan cruise there's going to be about 10 of us crocheters all going on this Alaskan cruise out of Seattle next week. So I'm kind of organizing my projects, trying to get this truck ready for me to hop off, take a shower, do laundry, get the bags packed, get on a plane, and go do all of that. So I thought I would share with you, we'll do something different this week. I'm just going to show you all the yarn and projects that I have on this truck. And we are going to start with the Montana blanket. Let me just show you, I have ice yarns. I am doing the whole, and there are more ice yarns on back home on the yarn bus. For those of you who don't know, when I take home time, I usually, I have a motorhome, 36-foot Class A motorhome, and I call her the yarn bus. She's ugly, but she's a piece of junk. So that's where we're at there. Okay, so here's my Montana blanket so far. Oh, it's gonna be queen-sized, you guys. And this yarn, oh my goodness, it is so yummy. This is the original Savor from Ice Yarn. So like, here's some turquoise. Oh my goodness. Let me just give you all the deets on this ice yarn. I love this color. Oh, it is so squishy. I'm gonna have to go check the ice yarn site. I'm not sure they're selling this anymore, which would really be disappointing because this stuff is awesome. This is a 4-weight, 100% Draylon acrylic, 200 grams, 330 meters, and they suggest a 5mm hook. So squishy, you guys. So yeah, I've got these are all my colors. Let me just show you. I got a burgundy. You know I love teal and burgundy. I love them. So teal and burgundy, crinkle crinkle, teal and burgundy, and then I have this kind of taupey color, and I have a cream. So here are the colors of my Montana blanket that I am going to be working on after I get back from the cruise. And then after that, let me set this down. I'm just going to keep on bringing this stuff up to show you. I have this bag. This must have been the bag that I was working out of to do the elfin squares, which, oh yeah, we got to update the elfin squares because I have extra Christmas squares right here. I have paint box yarns in here. I've got all these Christmas colors from Paint Box. Love me some Paint Box yarns, you guys. And I also have some DK weight Lion Brand mandala yarn in here. So this is just kind of an extra yarn bag. So we got that going on. Hopefully I can get organized. I also have this bag full of elfin squares. I mean, I have elfin squares here, you guys. And it's time to start. We had some real struggles with our elfin square swap, which I've mentioned before, but I got some beautiful squares, you guys. The squares I got, I'm just thrilled with those who participated, and thank you to those who participated. We have beautiful squares to put together in a blanket. I'm still working on helping Leather, the gal up in Canada, help her get her squares down here for group 1. I plan on helping her with that this week. So for those of you who are in the elfin square swap, I think group 2 is pretty much everybody's done, but group 1 we're still waiting on 1 or 2, and I'm going to help Leather with that. Okay, what else do I got in here? I got this bag. I love this bag, my pumpkin farm truck bag. This has my Sasquatch yarn in it that I use to make my Sasquatch socks. And so that's in that bag. What else do we got here? Oh, we have minis. We have minis that I got from Robin. These are pickle jar minis that I plan on doing some crazy socks. When I get back to crocheting socks, I want to use these minis. Oh my goodness, you guys, from Aberdeen Wool. Okay, what is next? This isn't going to be a very long video, you guys, because I am just trying to get ready for my cruise. but I'll tell you all about that after I show you everything I have in here. Okay, so I have 100% superwash merino wool. I've shown this a little bit before. This one's my favorite. This one, okay, so let me start over. I am making a granny cardigan, and I am making it out of 100% superwash merino wool that is in a 3-weight. So I have been acquiring yarn, these hand-dyed yarns from all over the country, all these little shops. These obviously haven't been blocked, and I have stacks and stacks of these back on the yarn bus at home. I have, oh my goodness, I have yarn. I have yarn. This is the ball I'm working on right now. So yeah, I did this one this morning. So I'm making these granny squares, and I make granny squares, I turn them on each round because I feel it's important for me to honor the traditional granny square. They were traditionally turned every round. So these are 2-sided granny squares. And what happens is you get this square that has these great lines and textures in them. It just makes for a better square, and it also keeps them from getting kind of twisty in the center. Now, this is my favorite of all the hand-dyed yarns that I have bought for this Afghan. This is my favorite. This is from Leap of Faith, and the color is Caramel Apple Cobbler. I mean, that is just so gorgeous, you guys. Oh, so I keep that in my Yarn Boss bag. I love my Yarn Boss bag. You guys have seen me give these away and talk these up a lot. So I've got that, but I've got this other thing. And I don't know what is going on here, because what I've got is 2 cakes of this yarn. Pretty yarn. And this is from the Speckled Finch. It is DK, hand-dyed yarn from Northern California. It's called Bouncy DK. It's 100% superwash merino. So I got this to go with my granny merino blanket, right? So if that's true, then what is this? I'm thinking I started to do a sock. I think that might be the toe of a sock, you guys. I don't remember. I don't remember. I thought I was doing, I know that I started crocheting the bee hooked crochet. I think it was bee hooked crochet, her pattern, using those minis, but I can't find where that, so I have no idea what's going on with this, but I'm going to put it with the Granny Merino squares. Yeah. We'll figure that out eventually. What do I have in here? Okay, this is some soft fun, some Sheepies soft fun in some of my favorite colors. And I bought these when I visited Jennifer and her store in Hillsboro, Green Trees Crochet. I was there with a couple of my friends. Diane was there. Who else was there? Diane, who else was there with us? I don't remember. It wasn't Jamie. I don't remember who it was. But anyway, I grabbed this because I was going to experiment with making her barn quilt squares, and I just kind of got discouraged using this yarn. This yarn is a lovely cotton. It is even kind of spongy, and it is a DK, but it isn't right for that barn quilt sampler Afghan that I plan on doing. So instead, I started experimenting with what is called sea pennies. Sea pennies are just typically, some people call them, I think some other people have renamed them yo-yos, but there is a blog post that I'll link down below where this gal did a whole blanket of these sea pennies, and it's a join as you go thing. And I tried experimenting with 2-round instead of just these 1 round of 12 double crochet stitches. I started experimenting with a 2-round. I don't like the 2-round. I like the 1 round. But again, this, I would rather make myself a shirt with this than a blanket. I don't know why. Or a baby blanket would be great with it, but, or a summer vest. This was my first time trying the Sheepies Soft Fun, and it is fabulous yarn, you guys. Don't get me wrong. I just don't feel like it's right for that, the barn quilt sampler afghan or for a Pennies afghan. So it's nice to have this on the truck so that I can experiment. But come to find out, I got a lot of yarn on the truck that I can experiment with. More than I imagined. Okay, what's in this bag? What is in here? Okay, so this is stuff that I got from Robin. I have been on the truck so long that this was me finishing up the Advent, the Advent packages that Robin did from Sasquatch Yarn. I love me some Anthem DK, you guys. I've got pom-poms in here for hats because I'm going to leave this out because that's going to remind me of something I want to tell you guys about for the project I'm currently trying to finish up. These are such great things. I mean, all these things. If she ever does an Advent again, you guys, you need to get in on this because, oh, the things we got. One of the next things I need to do, I mean, look at, oh, figured out files. Oh, is to not only go through all this yarn and decide what's going on the yarn bus, what is staying on the truck, and what is going with me on the cruise. I also need to, maybe you guys can help me. I need to sort my, I have an expandable handle roller, my crochet bag. It's like a big suitcase and it rolls like, you know, luggage. So that's one of the things I got to go through. Okay, so next what I found in here is the first installment of the subscription yarn from Sasquatch Yarn. And what I got here was, let's see, whoa, what is this? What is this? Little gifts. I got lip balm. I got a Sasquatch stitch marker. Now, let me just look at, because I know that I ordered extra yarn. Look at these colors, you guys. These colors were specifically dyed following some, you know, inspiration picture, hand dyed by Rachel at Havasum Yarn. She was working with Robin at Sasquatch to do, you know, like exclusive colors for Sasquatch Yarn. Okay, so this one is, what is this? This is 100% superwash merino in a DK weight. This is going to be part of the Granny Merino. And then here I've got, at least one of these is fingering. Let me see. Yeah, this one is a fingering weight sock yarn, which means it is 75% superwash merino wool and 25% recycled nylon. This one, same thing. So I got 2 of the fingering weight. These are so gorgeous, you guys. Oh, they just, Rachel does such a great job. So that's what this yarn is slotted for. What else? Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you guys today, I have all these bags of 3-round granny squares. I have 5 different bags, all different colors, because this is my granny crop cardigan from MJ's Off the Hook. And each one of these bags has like 4 or 5, it'll have like 4 or 5 squares in one color combination, and then there are like 2 or 3 other, or sometimes 4 other little stacks in a different combination, but the outer rounds are all the same in these bags. Now, the yarn I'm using for this is called Juicy DK from the Farmer's Daughter. Gorgeous yarn, you guys. Now, this is my joining color. Let me just show you my progress on this, and I need to tonight finish joining all my squares using that join as you go granny process. So here's my cardigan upside down facing you, and I've started on the sleeves and I'm just joining squares as I go. These are the sleeves. Oh my goodness, you guys, this thing feels so good. Now, I cannot, when I'm on the truck, give this a proper blocking because I'm supposed to block it after I get all the squares put together and before I start doing the ribbing and the collar that goes all the way around it. But I do have a hand steamer, so I'm going to hang this on the back of the passenger seat before I start ribbing and the collar. It is so pretty, you guys. I will link her video tutorial on this down below. Oh yeah, this thing is, this will be my first completed cardigan. And the thing is, the whole plan is to wear this on the cruise. So granny crop cardigan coming along. That is what I'm working on. And then I'm going to have some extra like leftover of this juicy decay, and it is so gorgeous that I am going to do one of these. Let me grab it out of the passenger seat. One of these, another project from MJ's Off the Hook. I'm going to do another one of these Autumn's Charm mosaic hats. And the main color, like the main color on this one is the burgundy Anthem Decay, of course, because I love me some Anthem Decay. But the main color in the one I'm going to make for the cruise is going to be this ecru kind of color. And then I have all these little leftover balls that I'm going to use. I've got a burgundy, I got a teal, I got a pink and a purple. I've got all these to use for the mosaic design part of the hat. So that is going to be done for the cruise, either for the cruise or on the cruise. I haven't decided yet. So, and that's what this palm is for. This palm, now the palms that I did for the two hats back in December and January, they had the snap kind. And I didn't like that because the yarn, even though it was a DK, it was just thick enough that I couldn't really snap those palms on there. I had a real hard time, but this one has a loop, an elastic loop on it, and I have buttons. I have buttons, you guys. So thank you for hanging out for 19-20 minutes and seeing, you know, my yarn hoarding, my project hoarding truck. There's probably more, because I know somewhere upstairs probably there is a bag with a started sock made out of those minis. Maybe it's on the other side of my pillow. Do we see this? Do we see this? You got to see this. That is a belly. That is a belly. He just lays it all, opens it all up to the world. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on here. I do plan on getting some footage from the from my trip. It's going to be so exciting, you guys. Robin from Roaming with Rover is going. Jennifer from Green Trees Crochet, she's going. Deb Morgana from here in Phoenix, she's going. Who else is going? Who else is going? Oh, some family. Oh, Mister's going. My friend Diane, who is my friend who did the charts for the barn quilts squares, her and her husband are going. And a couple of Robin's family members. And here's what's going to happen. We're going to have woobles. Everybody's going to get a package of woobles. I just ordered them. And I'm going to get a review from everybody, you know, from the most experienced crocheters on down to Robin's family members who are brand new crocheters. So look, you know, you can look forward to seeing all the footage from the ship and our adventures there. And we'll get a real review of the woobles. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye.